This is AX The Palace in Sleema, a 5-star luxury hotel with a stunning rooftop pool, unbelievable restaurants and the best of Malta right outside the front door. But before we go for an explore, it's time for the room tour. Right, well, here we are at the room at the 5-star AX Palace in Malta. It's fair to say, it's a very long room. I've got to go a long way to get to you. Well, first impressions, it looks amazing in here, it looks fantastic, and to be fair, everything looks clean. So let's have a bit of a nosy around this place. But first, I think I kind of need to switch some lights on because there's not very many on the normal switch. Let me just go switch some lights on. There we go, much more bright in here now. Let's go for a bit of a look around. I'll firstly just start off by acknowledging that this lamp in the corner, even though it's got a light bulb screwed in and it's all plugged in and stuff, it doesn't work. So unfortunately, one of the multiple light sources in here does not work. But to be honest, that doesn't really bother me that much. It's still plenty light enough in here. Right, here we are now at the start of the actual room tour. So first thing you'll notice as you walk in, air conditioning. Definitely needed in Malta, especially because today, when I arrived at 7 p.m, it was still 37 degrees C. Very hot here, but a nice sort of hot, if you get what I mean. As we walk in, hello, we've got a mirror on the right-hand side, so, you know, you can get dressed and all that. Little suitcase holder thing. Now, let's talk about this bed. It is absolutely stupidly huge. I mean, I don't know if people saw my Radisson Blu video where I talked about how big the bed was at the Radisson Blu Hotel at Manchester Airport, but my God, this thing is enormous. I'm fairly sure it's actually 2 double beds shoved together. I'm gonna have to just show you the scale of this. I mean, just look at the sheer scale of that bed. In fact, standing next to it, it makes me look like a giant, but the bed quite small. Let me just get on the bed for you. Look at the sideways length of the bed. That is absolutely ridiculous. It is a huge bed. And if I lay the correct way around, what am I meant to do with all that extra space? Bloody hell, you can invite a village in here. But I tell you what though, the actual mattress itself, it is so nice and soft. It's really comfy, this bed. I'm gonna sleep like a log the next few days. In terms of things that are actually next to the bed, we've got the phone, which pretty much I can ring reception, concierge, housekeeping, room service, the spa, all that sort of stuff. I will note the fact that currently your spa and pool, or at the very least the indoor pool, is closed for maintenance at the moment. So I can't really show you or test that out, and I'm not going to pay for a massage or anything like that whilst I'm here. So if you want more about the spa, sorry. But later on we definitely will be going into the upstairs rooftop pool, which to my knowledge operates from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So no doubt we'll get plenty of time to have a bit of a go in the rooftop pool. Nice little notepad and pencil. It is a branded pencil to take the words out of Walk With Me Tim. Branding is on point. In this drawer, nothing at all. And you will notice over here we've got USB-A chargers, which is all good. But we've also got what appears to be a universal socket. So I brought my EU chargers, having not really known which plugs we would need, but it seems that my UK ones will also do the trick. You'll have seen during my epic transition from not lit to lit, we have got a couple of reading lights, just with a little toggle switch either side. Granted, I have got to do a very long walk to get to the opposite side to turn the other one off, but nah, joking aside, it's cool to have 2 completely adjustable lights. And again, same on the opposite side, you got this universal plug and the 2 USB-A sockets in there as well. On this side, we've got the TV remote, and in the drawer, again, absolutely nothing. Now, obviously, in front of the bed, we've got the TV. It's a pretty decent size. I think that's probably about 45-inch TV, something like that, give or take. Plenty big enough for just a bit of relaxing in the evening before I go to bed. In this cupboard here, nothing. In this drawer, nothing. In this drawer, nothing. In this drawer, nothing. In this drawer, nothing. Fair enough. Plenty of storage. In this mirror effect wardrobe, we've got nothing. Safe, which to be fair, I don't know if it's free or not. We'll have to find out. I think it is free. Laundry wash bag thing with some slippers, which I'll probably use for the pool on the roof. Pair of dressing gowns, which it's safe to say I don't need both, but nice that they're there. And nothing. It's fair to say there is absolutely no shortage of mirrors in this hotel room. As I said, there's the one over there, another technically 4 there, Another full length one there. At first I thought it was a door. It's not a door, it's just a mirror. And then we've got another, technically, 4 and 4. But these are actually doors, so let's slide behind them, see what's behind it. Got an ironing board. That'll probably be useful at some point if I decide to dress very fancily for any of the evenings. And a bunch of hangers. Happy days, very useful. Continuing on with the theme of how long this room is, I'm just gonna go for a little bit of a wander from the shower and the sink right the way to another shower. Oh, I guess that's a bath shower combo. A standing shower and a toilet. Right, let me show you it properly rather than standing a million miles away. I don't know if I'll keep that jumping. So, right, looking at the bathroom properly then. So we've got a bit of a sliding door here so that we can have a bit of privacy when using it from, well, nobody. But either way, on this left-hand side here, we've got yet another mirror. This one's quite a nice wide one, to be fair. And then we've got sink here, decent pressure, all that good stuff. And I will say that everything is pretty clean in here. There's the odd little specks, but so far, so good. Oh, more mirrors. We can add that to the mirror counter. And I think you can technically count this one as a double, because we've got the normal one and the zoom in on my face one. Hey. Over here, we've got the hairdryer, all happy days. I'm sure it works perfectly fine. Yeah, it works fine. Hand wash, body lotion, 2 shower caps and 2 vanity kits. Happy days, very useful if needed. In terms of the actual showers then, so I didn't realise at first when I walked in here that I've actually got a bath with a shower and a separate standalone shower. So we'll start off with the bath then. So again, it all seems very nice and clean in here. Quite a big swanky tap in the middle there. Who would have thought the word tap would be so hard to say? With a very, God, you have to go to the gym to be able to use that drying line thing. But yeah, they've got that. I'll figure out how to rewind that back in a minute. This shower head looks cool. Rectangular shower head. I'll probably make use of that later. We will see. Don't know yet if I'll end up showering in this one or this one. Heck, maybe I'll use both across my trip. Why not? In terms of this standalone shower then, let's have a look on the inside. I will say this sort of silicone lining looks ever so slightly tinged yellow, but compared to that one that's clear, but at least I'm not really stood against that bit. Yeah, the shower cubicle seems fine. This unit in the middle is bulky, but yeah, somewhat of a rainfall shower, I suppose. It doesn't look like it's straight. It seems to wiggle about a bit, but that's fine. Oh, we've gone away from the rectangular one now. We've got a cylinder one. So who knows which one will be better, the cylinder or the rectangle? Good to see as well. They've got branded bath and shower gel and shampoo and conditioner, so I don't have to go to the shop and buy myself any. Happy days. Final part of the bathroom tour, bog. I'm not going to show you inside it. That would be strange, but it's clean. And the button press for it is humongous. So are we counting this towards the mirror total? I think we potentially should. At this rate, it might go on to be my longest ever room tour, this one. So now we've got a desk. I had no idea I'd get a desk. This is just the sort of general information page that comes when you check in. Tells you all the different options for breakfast times. They do continental from 6:30 and then it upgrades to a full breakfast at 7. So I'll be there at 7 o'clock ready to kickstart the day. The tabloid dinner option runs from Monday to Sunday, 6 till 9:30. Talk of the Town Cafe, which apparently is actually not here, it's on the other side of the road. That's open from 7 till midnight, Monday to Sunday. TemptAsian, Tuesday to Sunday, 6:30 till 9:30. I believe that, as well as the Lounge 360, are both on the rooftop. So I'll probably give the TemptAsian a go, because I saw they had a very good sushi platter. Pool bar open Monday to Sunday, 9 till 10. And the rooftop pizza, pasta and grill open Monday to Sunday at 6:30 till 9:30. So, given the fact that it is currently, not that you can see on my watch, 8:30, that'll probably be the option that I go for a bit of tea tonight. Other things on this desk then, complimentary pack of cookies or something to that effect. I'm not entirely sure what they are, but they look really nice. Honey rings. Oh, okay, I will admit, I have never had honey rings before. If you yourself have had honey rings, let me know down in the comments and let me know your thoughts. Got a cool bottle of filtered water here with all the compliments. I will observe though, that top is quite dusty, so it makes me think that whilst this water has been filtered, it may have been sat here quite a while, so I might have that, might not. Next, we've got an in-room dining menu, so that could also potentially be an option. Depends how long this tour takes. I mean, this room never seems to end, so plenty of options here for different starters, salad, but you don't make friends with salad. Anybody who gets the reference, leave it down in the comments. Wraps, tacos, burgers, pasta, chef specials, all sorts. Oh, there's more. Sandwiches, wine and champagne, and other drinks. Cool, okay. Well, we'll have to have a think then whether I end up going upstairs for food tonight or having a bit of a eating in the room experience tonight, given the time. We have got one lamp here that does work, unlike the one over there. This one turned on straight away. In the way around this corner then, we've got the tea and coffee station. So we've got a few bits of milks and things like that. I'm guessing that's a standard tea bag, yellow label black tea. I don't know what the difference is between the Lipton yellow label with QR codes and stuff on it and the normal one that doesn't say anything on it. So who knows, we might end up finding out. A few sachets of instant coffee, happy days, bottle opener. You can't go wrong with a branded bottle opener. A couple of wine glasses and normal glasses. Shelves are empty. And oh, we have got a fridge. Fantastic. I wasn't sure if we actually had one, but we do indeed have a fridge. Now then, just to keep adding on to extra bits that I did not know this room would come with. I haven't got a balcony per se, but I have got my own little sort of outside-y area. I guess this technically is a balcony, but I'm not overlooking anything. I'm overlooking a wall, but let's have a look. So we have got a little table with a couple of chairs there. I've even got my own plant, but continuing on with the theme of how long everything is. It's so far away. It's absolutely fantastic. Perfect for this absolutely lovely warm weather. That said, I am going to head back into the nice air conditioning. So there we go. By far the longest room tour I've ever done. So room tour of the Axe Palace in Malta is completed. Moving on now to, presumably, some sort of restaurant. I mean, I make jokes about the mirrors in this place. I've found 3 more. Granted, they're sort of tiles rather than mirrors, but yeah, I found 3 more. I've made up my mind now about whether or not I was going to call in for room service or actually try and get some food somewhere. And I thought, well, you know what, I'll try and go up to the rooftop, see if I can grab myself a pizza or some sort of grill or something like that. According to this, it says that it shuts at 9:30. According to the TV, it shuts at 11 o'clock. Either way, it is 9:06 p.m. I'm going to head upstairs and see if I can get some food there. If not, I'll probably call in for room service or have a bit of an explore, see what I can find. Of course, the first thing I noticed as soon as I got up on the rooftop was that stunning blue swimming pool. It looked absolutely amazing. I wish I could have swam in it right then and there. The views from the rooftop, given the fact that it was dark, I couldn't believe how nice the views were. It was great to see the buildings in the distance all lit up. The rooftop bar and restaurant was ideal for a bit of food here at this point. As we flick through the menu here, they had different snacks, salads, burgers, pizzas, all sorts of different options. So it's safe to say I was going to have a good meal no matter what I chose. As well as plenty of good cocktails as well. In terms of my main, I went for the Della and a pizza. And for the cocktail, it's safe to say it was very, very unique. I'll tell you a bit more about that later. Here's the pizza. It was absolutely delicious. I'll tell you a bit more about it later on, but as I experimented with recording myself eating this, I realised quite quickly there's no point in me doing this because all you can see is a pizza crust and somebody desperately struggling to cut through it. But the cheese pull, you could see, was bloody good. Of course, I did finish off the full pizza and I finished off the cocktail as well, and I just could not stop looking over the edge of the balcony because the views were incredible. There was a bit of an event on where there was a live chef who was cooking up something up there for some of the guests. You know you're in Europe when you see these machines selling cigs. Right, we're back in the room after having a very, very nice pizza and cocktail at the Rooftop. I don't even know what you call it. I think it's literally just the Rooftop bar, but they do food. But either way, ended up having that pizza. Had all sorts of stuff on it. Chicken, peppers, tomatoes, bacon, all sorts of stuff. Absolutely lovely. And the woman who served me was very, very kind, because I got there with literally like 5 minutes to spare. They didn't have to fit me in, but they went to the effort to make sure I was fitted in, and they got me a nice table sat directly next to the sort of railing edge to get a fantastic view of all the buildings in the distance all lit up. I wasn't sure how good of a view I'd be able to get at night time. To be fair, I thought it would just be looking out at nothingness, but the view from up there was absolutely amazing, and obviously the pool at night time looks fantastic. It's just a shame that we can't have a swim in it at this time of night, because it just looks stunning with the lights on it. But yeah, day one completed, well, evening one completed, first meal down. I'll see you in the morning for breakfast. In fact, I just thought, rather than going straight to bed and then jumping ahead to breakfast, I thought, well, I haven't had a dessert yet, because I rocked up late, and also I don't know if they actually even do desserts, because I didn't see anything on the menu. So what better time than now to give these things a try, the honey rings, as they call them. I was going to save them for another time for when I was absolutely starving, but you know what, they're there. I might as well give them a scrannage, if I can actually get into the bloody things. Also, I forgot to tell you about that cocktail. That cocktail I had, really, really nice. It was like a sort of orangey, bittery, blue curacao-y cocktail. The first 2 or 3 sips of it were just pure, like, strong alcohol. That's all I could taste. But then after that, it went to actual, like, boozy flavors. It was kind of like having an old-fashioned, but with blue curacao in it. It was nice. It was good. If I end up having a cocktail from up there again, though, I'll try something else just to have a bit of variety. Right, let's give one of these honey rings a try. It's a bit of an unusual texture. It's almost like a, well, I suppose it's the microphone's there, isn't it? Hard bready texture, and that looks a bit like a cakey consistency. Let's give it a try. My God, it's dry. Well, for certain, it's very, very dry. It's got like a sort of nutty, raisiny taste. It's kind of like if you took a piece of Christmas cake, let it go stale for a few days, and then wrapped it up in, like, I don't know, clay? I don't know. Like if you wrapped it up in a breadstick, it's just rock solid and absolutely dry as anything. So I hate food waste, so I'll finish this one. And I will eat these throughout the week when I'm starving, but I'm not going to finish all 3 of them today. Well, there we go. There's the review of those. I've just realised something. After I've come back from having food this evening, that light's suddenly magically working. Not sure how that works or why it wasn't working in the first place, but it's suddenly magically working. Good morning, it's day 2. Are you ready for the only picture of the buffet that I got from the breakfast this morning? Yeah, not the best of pictures. But in terms of the breakfast, starting out, I had a plate of sausages, bacon, scrambled eggs, some wedges, some beans, and some sort of spinachy scrambled egg thing. I had another round with some beans, fried eggs this time, and more sausages with a latte and an orange juice. All really, really tasty. I was a big fan of the breakfast here. And then a sort of continental plate with a mixture of different cheeses and meats, as well as another glass of orange juice. And then, of course, one final plate of desserts and a bit more orange juice. Well, with breakfast completed, it's now time to head up to the rooftop and explore the rooftop pool. At least this time round, I can actually go for a bit of a swim in it. But before we do that, I just want to quickly cut away to today's channel supporter, HolaFly. who without a doubt have been an absolutely essential part of this trip and have provided me with fully unlimited data so that I can fully explore the island of Malta without any possibility at all of my current network provider charging me any massive roaming fees. So with that, let's cut away to studio version of myself to tell you a bit more about HolaFly. HolaFly is an eSIM provider covering over 200 countries worldwide, providing you with fully unlimited data and giving you absolute peace of mind as you embark on your very own Grand Tour road trips, or equally, your very next holiday. HolaFly offers eSIMs for the individual countries that you're intending to visit, or equally, you've got the option of going for a regional eSIM, giving you that flexibility if you know that you're going to be visiting multiple countries at a time. There's even one where you can get a global eSIM, so you'll be covered for almost anywhere across the world if you're planning a truly awesome exploration trip. And one thing I will say, by the way, once you've finished using your eSIM, don't delete the app. The reason I say that is because HolaFly has the always on functionality. What that effectively means is that once your eSIM plan is completely free of charge, you get given 1 GB every single month of emergency data, giving you that ability to be able to message some friends or family as soon as you arrive at your destination, or equally, give you enough data so that you can then buy an eSIM if you forgot to buy one before your travels. There's even the option of monthly rolling eSIM so that you're covered for the vast majority of countries across the world, and you never have to worry about buying an individual eSIM again. Setting up your eSIM itself just takes 2 minutes. All you need to do is download the app and follow the instructions within the app. But if you do find yourself going wrong, there is a 24/7 support team available at HolaFly, ready to support you straight away wherever you need. So for peace of mind on your next road trip or great holiday away, be sure to use HolaFly for your next eSIM provider. With that, I've got my referral link down below, and you can use the code TRAVELWITHBENMORDECAI for 5% off of your first purchase, or equally, if you want to get a rolling monthly subscription, you can actually get 10% off if you use my code TRAVELWITHBENMORDECAI. So thank you very much to HolaFly for supporting the channel, and with that, let's head upstairs to the pool. What are those? As stunning in the day as it was at night, the pool looked amazing, and that sea view, absolutely incredible. That view of me though, not so much. But yeah, the views from the rooftop overlooking the sea, absolutely amazing. You can see all the buildings in the sort of foreground as well. In the distance you could see people using jet skis and boats and all that sort of stuff. It was cool to go see that. Once I'd sat down, I was given a Lounge 360 menu. With that, it had various different cocktails, of which I went for the Tiki Tempt. They had different wines, and also, to my surprise, you could actually get, as well as all the different spirits, you could also get food. It turned out that during the day, you could get all the different sushi options that are sold in the TemptAsian Restaurant throughout the day at the Lounge 360 bar, which meant that they'd bring out fresh sushi platters directly to you whilst next to the pool. There is my tiki cocktail, and I have to say it was by far the nicest cocktail I had this whole time that I was here. Right, I'm now back in the room for night number 2 after spending the evening at the pool. It's fair to say, when I got there at about 5 p.m-ish, it was very, very busy up there. There was not really much room to swim around, so I mainly just chilled and just took in some rays. Plenty of options for seats. Admittedly, not very many sun lounges, but plenty of chairs. There was somewhere to plonk your stuff down and have a bit of a sit and relax. Did manage to get some lengths in. Obviously, I couldn't really film much of that because obviously there's other people around. If I get a chance in the morning, I might go for a bit of a swim early morning because it opens around 7 a.m. So might try and get in there, try and get some lengths in before I go for breakfast. Then at least I might be able to have the pool to myself and get some footage of it. But we'll wait and see. It's now 8:27 p.m. and I have got a booking at the TemptAsian Restaurant upstairs on the top floor for 8:30. So with that, I best get a wriggle on and I will show you as much as I can of the restaurant. Just in time. Yes, lucky for me, I did manage to get there just in time for my booking. I arrived bang on 8:30 p.m. Had a bit of a nosy through the menu on first arrival, but obviously I already knew what I was going to be having. They sat me a very nice table overlooking the sea. I could still see people out in boats and on jet skis even once it started to get dark. I was quite amazed, to be fair. Filmed in this sort of long vertical format. You could see all the different wine options. They had quite the selection of wines and cocktails and various different drinks, of which I decided to go for a Mai Tai cocktail in the end. Safe to say it took a long time to read through because there is a lot of stuff on here. Then moving on to the food part. So, as I said, I already knew what I was going to be having, but it was worth having a look through anyway. They had quite the selection of different foods, from sort of Japanese style food, Indian style food, noodle dishes, all sorts of different stuff. But I knew exactly why I was there. I was there to get myself some sushi. And once again, yet another menu that took an incredibly long time to film the whole thing. You could actually get set menus as well at this place, but I just opted for the Royal Sushi Platter. After I took my drink order, I then got a bottle of water to go with it. They brought out the bottle of water first, but it didn't take them too long to bring out my cocktail. Now, to my amazement, they actually brought me out a complimentary gyoza dumpling, and I must say, it was absolutely delicious and very kind of them to bring it out for me. And now we're talking. This is the part I was looking forward to, the Royal Sushi Platter. The variation on this was absolutely amazing, and I think we all agree the actual way that it looks is just unbelievable. The presentation is absolutely perfect. It's exactly what you'd hope for from a proper sushi restaurant. And it tasted as good as it looked. That is for certain, and I can't wait to tell you a bit more about that. Right, well, I'm back at the room now after an absolutely fantastic meal at the TemptAsian Restaurant on the top floor here at the Axe Palace. In terms of what I had, so obviously I had the Mai Tai cocktail. Normally Mai Tais are a bit of a hit and miss for me, but this one tasted absolutely amazing, super smooth, the flavours were really nice, it wasn't too overpowering, very, very nice. And then when I took my food order, I ordered the Royal Sushi Platter, which, safe to say, I was really looking forward to that. And whilst I was waiting for food to come, the waitress very, very kindly brought me out a freshly made dumpling for me to sample. Admittedly, couldn't really tell what meat was in it. I think it might have been pork or something to that effect, but really crispy on the outside. It was really, really nice, properly delicious. So I think if I was to have a meal in there again, I think I'd get a side of those dumplings on the side to go with whatever I've ordered, because they were really, really good. And then obviously the Royal Sushi Platter itself. It was an incredible meal. The variety of sushi that was with it was absolutely amazing. I mean, it came with all different sort of salmon and avocado sushi. I mean, I'm now converted. Before I didn't like avocado, but that with that, honestly, it was pretty good. I mean, I used to be the sort of person who would go to the effort of taking avocado out of the sushi and secretly wishing it had cucumber in it instead. But with this, honestly, I'm converted. It was nice, really, really good. There seemed to be some sort of like, it was almost like a fried chicken one. It was in like a panko breadcrumb one. That one also really nice. I'm gonna get the terminology completely wrong because I love sushi, but I've never been to like a proper sushi dedicated restaurant. There was ones with like the raw salmon on top. They were incredible. The raw prawns on top, incredible. The raw tuna on top, incredible. And then it had the pieces of like the raw sushi, like the raw sushi fish, the raw salmon, the raw tuna. Oh my God, the flavor of them. It was just melt in your mouth, incredible, flavoursome, everything I could have wished for and more. Honestly, absolutely fantastic experience, and I would 100% recommend anybody who's coming to this hotel to give them a try, because they were so good. All in all, my experience there, 15 out of 10, really, really good, really enjoyed it. We'll definitely be back there again if I return to this hotel specifically in the future. It's time for me to nip to bed because I am pretty tired today, and I'll see you again for day 3's breakfast. See you in the morning.
I think it's fair to say waking up for a 7 a.m. swim was quite optimistic, so let's just go straight to breakfast.
As I say, the 7 AM swim on this particular morning was quite optimistic, but I did get to spend the morning having breakfast, sat outside today, so I started off with some granola with some banana chips. Then I had a full English, again, fried eggs, but they had hash browns this time, bacon, eggs, sausages, the full works, another glass of orange juice, and I was going to grab myself a latte momentarily. Then I had what was effectively my best attempts at eggs royale. So there was a slice of toast, some cream cheese, smoked salmon, and poached eggs. Cool, bit of a slight change of plans for today. So originally was going to go back up to the pool again, but actually going to go out with a friend who lives pretty local, go for a bit of an explore of the island. So with that, I'll show you what I can, and I'll let you know how it goes. Now, whilst I go for an explore around Malta, I'm not going to give a running commentary this time. I'm just going to let you watch and soak in the absolutely stunning country of Malta. Well, my friend has brought me very kindly to a place called the Golden Bay here in Malta, and it's fair to say the views from up here are absolutely insane. And I just can't believe how high up we are, given the fact that I'm so close to the sea. And look at the views of the hills. But thank God we're staying up here, because look how far the steps are to go down. It's actually insane. It goes on for miles. But looks like an absolutely fabulous beach though, so at some point in the future when I eventually come back, I will definitely go for a swim in that sea. It looks lovely, absolutely lovely. Now, I did say I wouldn't give any commentary, but I will butt in here. So we did end up going into this place here, this little watchtower, which absolutely amazing views as you look out of it. However, I will say one thing. You can go up on the roof, and it is perfectly safe to do so because there is a wall around you, and it gives you these stunning views of the hills in the distance, the fantastic sunset, the beautiful sea, all of these amazing things. It's definitely worth going up to the top if the door is unlocked. However, I will say one thing though. When you go up to that first floor, there is a door. Whatever you do not open it. And I will show you where that door leads to in a moment. That door on the first floor, it leads to nothing. It leads to your death. Do not open. If you've not already caught on yet, this is where the Popeyes film was recorded. Probably.
Well, good morning. It is 7 o'clock. Well, I say it was 7 o'clock, bang on. 7:08 a.m. and I've surprised myself that on this final morning I have indeed managed to wake up at around 7 o'clock to go to the pool. So I'm going to go get ready and head upstairs and try and get at least an hour of swimming in before having some breakfast. One of those!
All done with the early morning swim. It's safe to say it's helped wake me up this morning, ready before travelling back. Really enjoyed being in the pool at this time of morning actually. It was still warm outside, but you weren't absolutely being scalded by the sun. So it was absolutely lovely. A couple of people in the pool, not too many people, given the fact that it was 7 in the morning. So I didn't really get any chance to film myself swimming or anything like that, but a lady very kindly did take a picture of me whilst against the edge of the infinity pool. So there is that. With that, it's time for me to now grab some breakfast, and then very quickly before I get in my taxi back to the airport, I need to find a shop that sells a fridge magnet with Malta written on it, because I promised my missus I'd get one, and I've got 45 minutes to achieve that. Wish me luck.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I really hope I'm not the only one who thought the fonts matched. My search for a fridge magnet is not going very well. It's currently 9:05 AM. My taxi comes in 25 minutes, and I've been to 3 shops, 2 of which were closed, and 1 of which told me that basically the whole of the area has had a power cut, so I can't pay by card for anything. So that basically means that I can't actually get a fridge magnet in time. So my backup plan is going to have to be get one in the airport. I tell you what, trying to speed run or speed walk around Sellima in this heat is unbelievable. It's about 36 degrees, or at least it's due to be later on today. I think it's about 32 at the moment, but it's still pretty hot to be running around. I managed to have just enough time to grab one final breakfast before my taxi took me back to the airport. Went for the good old full English again with a latte, and once again I went for the smoked salmon, cream cheese and toast with some other bits of cheese, salami, spicy sausage. So there we go, that was the Axe Palace in Malta, specifically in Sellima. Absolutely 100% would recommend this hotel. It's an absolutely lovely hotel. The restaurants are really good, the staff are really good, the breakfast is really good, and of course that rooftop pool is absolutely stunning, both day and night. So 100% would recommend that you come here. I'm going to head back to the airport now and make my way home. Hopefully I can get that fridge magnet for the missus. And it would mean the world to me if you click this button right here and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget, if you're going on your own travels very soon, don't forget to use HolaFly for fully unlimited data, and use my code TravelWithBenMordecai for 5% off your next SIM, or 10% off your next rolling monthly plan. So thank you very much everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Well, lesson learned, even at 7 in the morning, put your sun cream on, because I somehow managed to burn my arm.